Well, hey kids. I don't know why I like making funny faces at the camera when I start a live stream, but I do like making funny faces at the camera. Leave my drink alone. Leave it alone. It's not for dogs. Nope, not for dogs. You gonna say hello to everybody? You gonna say hello to everybody? Huh? Okay. Apparently you guys got woofed at. There's nobody here. Go lay down. She's a little upset. There's a seagull that landed on the boat earlier, and she's just all freaked out about the fact that a seagull landed on our boat. So, we're, I don't know, getting ready to start the live stream. So, here we are once again. Hey, Don, how you doing? Big storm coming. That's going to be the story today. We're going to talk about this big storm coming, but, and I'm waiting to hear from, Ms. Imbragamo as to what's going on with our buddy Douglas, because we've not heard any update in a while. So, hey, Ian, what's up? Hey, Akula, how's everybody? Hello, wise guy, what's up? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear from Claire on what's going on with Douglas. So, yes, okay. So anyhow, big storm coming, forming out off Cape Hatteras right now. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Did I miss anybody there? I was distracted for a second. Nope, I didn't. Big storm off Cape Hatteras is forming right now. Hey, Jeffrey. And it looks like it's going to run up the coast. Of course, this is Friday evening. It's supposed to get here about this time tomorrow. We're supposed to have the winds start picking up about this time tomorrow, Saturday. And really, it's going to blow a hoolie right on through till Thursday. They're not calling it a hurricane, but it's sure beginning to look like one. Hello, just want to say hello with my family and grandson. 11th birthday. Hey, happy birthday to your grandson, man. Very cool, Frank. Hey, Brad, how you doing, ma'am? So we're a little worried about this big storm coming. Actually, I'm a little ticked off about this storm coming in, you know. Hey, no plastics. I mean, I finally get my paycheck coming tomorrow, and I already had to blow half of it on paying my phone bill. Now I got to blow the other half because I'm going to have to drop back and grab a mooring ball. I know I have a new rock to anchor, and I know it's been holding pretty well, but it... all right, Frank, we'll talk to you later. I'm not going to risk it. There's just no reason to risk it. Even though I've got a 33-pound rock net at the end of my anchor line, the mooring ball has a 150-pound mushroom. I'm sorry, a 500-pound mushroom stuck in the ground. So it's going to hold much better than anything else. And so what I'm going to do tomorrow morning is I'm going to drop back and grab a mooring ball and use their line to connect to one of my cleats out on the bow, and then I'm going to go ahead and use my anchor line, my backup anchor line now that I worked and spliced and stuff on my 8-plate, and I'm going to use it to make a second line, giving me effectively a 2-line setup onto the mooring ball. But hey, Mark Hind, how you doing? It's just not worth it. This looks like it's forming like it could become a hurricane or certainly a big storm anyway. It's going to be hitting us starting Saturday and going on through Thursday. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all that 5 days of really high winds. In fact, we've had some pretty good winds all day today. It's been really lumpy out here in the bay today. The boat's been constantly moving back and forth and wake and roll. In fact, I had a bottle of wine fall off the countertop today because I didn't have it down where it's supposed to be, and it broke. So I had to clean up a big mess today. It was only a little bit of wine left in the bottle, but still had a little bit of wine that got wrecked. So, but better to be safe than sorry. So, hey, pilot, what's up? Jeffrey, you're right. Better safe than sorry. Yeah. And as much as that sucks to have to do that, I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and do that. So I can't afford to lose the boat, so we're going to drop back and grab the mooring in the morning. Tomorrow is going to have to be, I'm going to have to do a lot of quick provisioning runs because we have a lot of rain coming in. So Tomorrow we're going to go get fuel, we're going to go get water, we're going to go get groceries, I'm going to do some laundry. I'm out of underwear. And so we're going to move, and then we're going to run a bunch of errands and get everything, and hopefully be back on the boat by 4 o'clock at the latest, I'm hoping, because it's supposed to get windy and start getting things going about 6. I did get a lot done today, though, on the boat, guys. I got the rest of the access panels cut and in place, and all those are now all glued in and secure and done. So I've got... I hear a boat going by me very close. Power boat. Huh. Anyhow, now I'm worried. The last time I heard an engine that close to me, the guy hooked my anchor line. This guy sounds like he's back behind me, so probably not going to be a problem. Anyhow, so we've got big winds coming in, big storms, so I'm going to move on to a mooring ball and try to lay low and play it safe. Now, I did get the access panels cut. They're all in place and glued. I got the companionway door. I finished painting it today, so it's done, which is nice because I can use the companionway door. It'll be waterproof. My old one, as you can see it right there, my old plywood one is disintegrating, actually. So tomorrow morning I'll move tomorrow morning early, because the water taxis don't start till 8 o'clock. I'm going to move the hardware from this one over to the new one, and then tomorrow I'll be using the new companionway. So another couple jobs checked off the list. So I am getting hung up a little bit, and let me explain to you what I'm waiting on Douglas so I can finish the welding. Now, with that said, let me tell you what's going on with Douglas. Douglas was ill yesterday. He's not been feeling good for a few days now, and he was supposed to go to the hospital last night, but he's a stubborn son of a gun. So finally, Claire, his wife, finally got him into the hospital this morning, and it looks like they're keeping him overnight. It looks like he's going to have some surgery. They're going to pull out a gallbladder. So apparently I believe that's what she said, was his gallbladder was bothering him. So yeah, so that's not going to be a good thing. So I don't know how much longer that's going to lay Doug up. I know weather-wise, with this storm coming in, I'm supposed to start getting rain tomorrow evening, and then it looks like I'm going to have rain for like the next 14 days in a row. The 15-day forecast is rain every day. So that means I'm not going to be able to get much more done outside. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the welding, and that project's hanging me up for a lot of other stuff that I want to do. I got to kind of do that first before I move on to the next thing. So, so I got to get those jobs done. I got to get the welding back from Doug. And since Doug's sick, I'm not going to be able to get the welding done. So, that's just going to hang me up. Whatever it is what it is. So I'm going to be here a lot longer apparently now, waiting on Doug to get better, and before we can get the welding and the project done. It is what it is, guys. It's the weather. That's sailing. You're always at the whim of the weather, so we will see what happens. But I'm here in Port Washington. I am doing a major refit, so it's going to take some time to get the rest of these projects done. And we're making progress one day at a time. I'm doing all I can. With this weather coming in, I'm going to focus on the interior stuff. I'm going to work on the engine work. I was really hoping Doug was going to be here for that, but I'm going to go ahead and do the engine work myself. And I'm going to tear apart the electrical stuff and do some more tearing apart. I actually think I figured out the autopilot. Been playing with that, but we'll have to see how that goes. And then we have someone sending me a new depth finder. We got to get that installed. And so a lot of projects still going on. A lot of projects. Got the boat all tore apart right now. We're going to get all those projects done, and then we can start making tracks. And, well, yeah, anyway, before I get into the next thing I want to talk about, let me go back and see what I missed in the chat. So, let's see. Okay, say hello. So, Doe, take 7, can't go sailing with my boat tore apart. Nope. Such, yep, better safe. Okay, there we go. Hey, Carl, storms are forecasted to hit here Saturday and run through Thursday. It's one hell of a size storm cell with smaller storm cells in it. Yeah, Slipstream, I know. I know, that's why I'm moving on to a mooring ball tonight, or tomorrow morning, first thing in the morning. So, Woodbeast, the news with Doug is I really haven't heard much except that he has an inflamed, was it his gallbladder or his appendix? Damn, I don't know. I'll have to check back with Claire, but he was going to go in for surgery to have some surgery done, so he's going to be there for a while. The wall will make exciting videos. Well, not really, Don. We'll make some sweet footage. Yeah, well, I just got done editing a video of me storm testing the Rachna, which is with my Patreon folks right now. It'll be out in the general public here next few days, but the storm is going to be hitting New York, JF. It is, it's down along, it's forming right now off Cape Hatteras, and it's going to work its way up the East Coast. So, no sailing. Take 7. I'm working on the boat right now. I'm not sailing. What about a bridle to ball? Older, ready of the stern. Yeah, that's what I'm going to create. I'm going to create a bridle. Mark, their anchor lines, their bridles that they have on their mooring balls are not the greatest. So I'm going to use that as 1/2 of a bridle, and then that'll take to one of my cleats, and then I'm going to go ahead and run a second line to the other cleat, making basically a bridle, but then doubling up both lines from the mooring ball to the boat. So, hey, Paul Farrell, best wishes for Doug and family. Thanks, Ronnie. Doug can heal when it rains. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, wow. I'm caught up with the chat. I thought there was a lot more than that. Okay. So the other thing I was working on, and one of the things I'm a little frustrated about, I was really hoping to get going here sooner than this. I did not anticipate being here in Port Washington this long. I did think I was going to be here a month, but that's supposed to end tomorrow. Tomorrow was going to be the 30 days that I've been here. I was really hoping to get going and get to my next destination. So, but where's the dog? You know, I really got fed up with the dog. I went ahead and skinned her out. I threw the meat in the freezer, and I kept the hide. I may get to a taxidermist and have her mounted. I'm not sure. She's fine. She's right there in her bed, chewing on herself or whatever she's doing. What are you doing? You licking? She's licking herself. So, hey, Sealy Shannon, how you doing, buddy? I am so glad to see you here, man. Did they say you could leave the hospital, Sealy? Hey, for those of you guys that don't know, we were talking about Sealy earlier. Sealy also had to go in the hospital. Now, he's the fellow in Alaska that's in the process of sending me a bunch of stuff, but he also had to go to the hospital. In Alaska, they ship you down to Seattle. So he had to go down to Seattle because his new kidney that he just got a kidney donated to him from his wife, but his body was trying to reject the kidney. So, yeah, tomorrow possibly. Oh man, I hope so, Celia. I really do. I hope they send you home. I'm so great, so happy that you seem like you're making really fast progress. So, Mike Smith, stir-fried lily. There you go. Yeah, I guess, you know, all those people who shall not be named will have a fun time with that, I guess. Man, I'm really thirsty today. I really don't know why. Really thirsty. I've been all day today. So, anyhow, what I was getting at, one of the places that I would really like to go to with the boat is the Woods Hole Oceanographic place. And that's over in Woods Hole, over by Massachusetts, just kind of on the entrance going into the Cape Cod Canal. It's over by there. It's about 4 days from me sailing the boat. It's about 4 days. If I kind of book it over there, I can make it over there in about 4 days. And on the 28th, in 8 days, they're starting a series where they're going to be doing presentations there, where they're going to have scientists and stuff, different people involved with different research projects ongoing at the Woods, at Woods Hole. They're going to be giving this lecture series, and I was really hoping to be there for that lecture series. But The plans of sailors are made in sand, guys, and every time the wave washes in, you know, it wipes it out, and you got to roll with the punches and change your plan. We travel at the whim of weather and tides, and so I'm probably not going to make it to Woods Hole in time to do that. Maybe I can catch some of the stuff later on in the year, but I'd really like to be able to check that out and see, because I really like a lot of the research and stuff that Woods Hole is involved with. On that same note, I got the green light from Adventure Scientists today up in Bozeman, Montana, that I can use the video clip that I asked them permission for. I got that permission today, so I won't be working on that tomorrow, but probably while I'm sitting on the boat hoping that I don't die on Sunday from the storm coming up, I'm going to try to stay down below here and edit that video and put that together, and so hopefully that'll be coming out here fairly soon. But with that said, let me go back and check the chat, see what I missed. So, okay, so tomorrow, that's good, Celia, I'm glad. We love your channel. Can you please shout out Isaac, Sam, and Corn Shaker Dexter? All right, well, there you go. You're so funny. I don't think so. Are you going north or south when your boat is ready? I'm going east, well, northeast, basically northeast, so. And Jeffrey, you're right. I'm going to go northeast, and then I'm going to go south. So, well, thank you, Isaac. I appreciate that, man. Anytime horizon for leaving. 7, it just depends on how quickly I can get the projects done. With Douglas in the hospital, that's kind of hanging me up getting the welding done. And the welding is kind of a critical job. So, I don't know. It's out of my control at this point. I don't have a date that I'm planning on leaving. Hey, Kenneth Thomas, you're planning on meeting up with Aubrey and selling Miss Lone Star. Kenneth, I don't know. I haven't heard anything from Aubrey, so I don't know what's going on with her. So, yep, Isaac, I heard you the first 3 times. So, I visited Woodhull on my Nantucket trip. Yeah, it's a cool place, man. The windlass has good plates on the inside of the bow that will brace it up when installed. Oh, cool. That's awesome, Seeley. Thank you. You spoke of rewiring the autopilot. Do you have the supplies for that project? I believe I do, Dope Plastic. I believe I have everything I need for that. Hey, Johnny Hag, how you doing, man? I just got here, by the way. How's Doug doing? Okay. We don't have a firm understanding of what's going on with Doug, Johnny Hag. The last I heard from Claire, he was having problems, and to be honest with you, I don't remember what she said. It's on my phone, so I can't look at it while I'm doing the live stream. It was either an appendix or a gallbladder. It wasn't like a major thing, but it looks like he's going to have to go in for surgery. That may or may not have happened already today. I don't know. I've not heard anything updates from Claire. So, so as soon as we know, we'll have a better understanding. Okay. What are the foods in the boat? Only fish? Oh no, I have regular food on the boat. I do have some fish. I do eat some fish. I like eating fish, but I have, hot dogs and hamburgers and that kind of normal stuff on there, so. Celie says, tell Douglas to tell them to use a CRIT line on him when doing dialysis. They are drying him out too much, I bet. Huh. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. All right, well, whatever all that's about. So anyhow, so there's kind of the update. Big storm coming up. I'm going to have to move on to a mooring, a mooring for probably the next 5 nights. Not tonight. I'll move over to the mooring next 5 nights. So tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to get work on projects. I just got to spend the day pretty much provisioning and getting fuel and batten down the hatches and get everything ready for this blow. But it looks like it's going to be a 5-day blow. You guys can get on a program called Ventusky, V-E-N-T-U-S-K-Y. In fact, I'm looking at it right now on my computer. You can see it right there. I've been following along, show you what's coming storm-wise in regards to what temperatures, what precipitation, what wind speeds, that kind of stuff. And it's the wind speeds that really have me worried. I mean, they're talking about sustained winds. This is not the gusty stuff coming up. They're talking about 20 mile an hour. 20 mile an hour sustained winds coming through tomorrow. So that is just not going to be fun, guys. That's just not going to be fun. it's going to be pretty hairy here in the bay, and I'm really not looking forward to that. So, and from what I can see, it looks like it's going to stay that way for a prolonged period of time. So, let me see what I missed in the chat. Are you Italian? No. It reads the amount of moisture left in his blood before they take too much. Oh, okay. Huh. What kind of winds are expected? Johnny Hag, big winds. Sustained winds of 20 miles an hour, off and on, I guess, for the 5 days. I mean, they're talking like 20 mile an hour winds one day, down to 15, up to 18, back to 20, down to 15. From now and through, it looks like noon on Thursday, we're going to have some big winds coming through. So, let's see. What do the mooring balls cost there per night? $25 a night, Ray. $25 a night. Do you like your job? I love my job. Your Rockna can handle 20 mile an hour winds, no problem. Yes, it probably can, Johnny Hag. It's the gusts that go well over 20 miles an hour that I'm worried about. And so I just think it would allow me to sleep better. I would feel a lot safer if I dropped back onto a mooring ball and not really stressed my Rockna. But, that said, I don't know. I mean, it's been holding here and it's working. But also they've got a spot for me that's a bit more protected and out of the wind. Right now I'm right out in the middle of the bay. So where they're going to move me back to, I'm going to have a lot more protection from the wind, and I'll be back out of it. Of course, I'll also be downwind from the entire anchorage, the entire mooring field. So if somebody else's mooring breaks loose and boats come flying through, we might be dealing with that. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting. So, did you post a video from that storm last week? John, I did. It went to my Patreon folks. It goes to them first. They've had it for, I think, 3 or 4 days now, so in a couple of 3 days, then that'll be made out to the general public. Or, for like $4 a month, you can become a patron, and there's a link in the description down below. Jump over there, become a patron, you can watch it right now. $100, man. Yeah, I hear you, Johnny Hag, I hear you, but that's cheap insurance in my book. Kelly says, I'm in Sag Harbor right here, and but not consistent, so not too bad. We're going to rain all day, every day, so good news. Not going to rain all day, every day. Huh, Sag Harbor. Huh. Make good practice with Rockna, no mooring ball heading north. Well, Bill, that might be the case, but I'm not going to push my luck. Carl, while on the mooring ball, would you drop your anchor also? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, I'm being rocked by somebody's wake. I'll look into doing that. Okay. Hey, sailing fool, how you doing? You hear my boat rocking back and forth. My generator does not like it when my boat rocks back and forth. I think the oil inside of it sloshes around and it gets low oil. It'll shut itself off if the oil gets low, according to the directions. And I think because of where I have it on the boat, it's on a slight angle anyway. And then with the boat tilting back and forth, I think the generator, all the oil sloshes off to one side, and then the thing says, oh, there's no oil, and then immediately it rocks back the other way, and then there is oil. So it kind of sounds like it's trying to shut off, but it's not shutting off because it's getting the no oil and then getting oil still all so quickly together. So you're getting the winds, and I have the heat here in New Mexico, 109. Wow. Hey Billy, how you doing, man? Yeah, that's hot, 109. That's why I don't live out there anymore. I used to live in Montana. Montana, you would get some heat in the summertime. Not those kind of temperatures. Where I lived, I really got hot temperatures when I lived in Bahrain in the Persian Gulf. Now, they got hot. I remember days sitting in high school, 125 degrees in the classroom. 125 degrees, no air conditioning. Man, we would just melt. We would absolutely just melt. I don't like being in those hot, dry, deserty places. That's why I'm going to the tropics. So, do you know what's holding the mooring ball? I would think your Rockna would be more dependable. Actually, no, Love Sailing. I actually verified with them. The mooring ball that I'm going to move on to has a 500-pound mushroom anchor that has been set all year. So I think it'll be substantially stronger and heavier and better holding than my little 33-pound Rockna. Why anchor on a 33-pound Rockna when for 25 bucks during a storm I can tie on to a 500-pound mushroom? Just makes sense. So extreme heat not for me either. Yeah, I agree, man. I don't care for that extreme heat. So, low oil cutoff kicking in. Yeah, it kicks in and kicks off, kicks in and kicks off. It makes the generator, so when it gets really rocky, the generator, you know, it's like it goes to shut off, it kicks right back up again. So I guess it's just enough in the timing of the way the boat rocks, you know. Sort of interesting. So, oh, and that must be that you hear the generator just kick up right there. That's my refrigeration just kicked on. So it must be trying to chill down all the beer I put in the fridge. So, let's see. It only holds 6/8 of a quart. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right, yep. Had my gallbladder out 40 years ago, left 7-inch vertical scar, took 5 hours, and when I was in the hospital a week, took a month of sick leave. Wow. Well, I hope Doug doesn't get laid up that long. 20, 30 mile an hour is a breeze, try 70 to 90, no fun. Yeah, I don't want to be there for that. 500-pound anchor, 33-pound anchor, let me think about that one. Yep. Yep. I had mine about 4 years ago. I usually can use a scope now much better. Yeah, that's what I understand. They do that microsurgery now with the scope. They actually go in and take care of it that way. But you only have them teeny tiny little holes, you know, little like inch-long scars on you, not big zipper marks going up your body. So anyhow, that's all I've got to talk about today. I finished working on the access panels. I got them done. I got the companionway door finished painted, got that done. I did a lot of work on my website, or not the website, but on my YouTube channel today. Just administrative kind of stuff, dealing with stuff. And that's about it. That's about it. Organized some stuff here to make myself a little camp. Oh, and I had to clean up the boat, obviously, from a broken bottle of wine. And that, of course, I was barefoot when that happened, and so that was a big concern. I did get some glass in my foot. Fortunately, it didn't do too bad, but now we're just waiting on this storm to come. We're going to be prepping all day tomorrow for that. So, Carl, you might want to recheck those winds. They're calling for 40 miles per hour on the weather grid reports I got. Okay. Respect the storm. What happened in Missouri is testament to that. Poor soul. There you go. So you're tired of listening to the generator, or just part of the deal being on board? Yeah, it's just, you get accustomed to a country cruiser. It's really not a problem. Actually, one of the best things that I invested in when I'm working on my computer is a pair of noise canceling headphones. I love these things. If I want to watch something on YouTube, or if I need to work on my editing and stuff, I can put this on and it's noise canceling. I don't hear the generator. I don't hear nothing. I don't hear nothing but what's being played on the computer. So that really eliminates the entire generator noise issue for me. So let's see what I miss. Hey Bob, how you doing? Hello all. You have mail, I think, maybe. Ahoy, Carl from Saskatoon. Pilot, sometimes mooring ball is very dependable. No upkeep. You never know the condition of the shackles. Yeah, well, this Love Sailing, this mooring field here is taken out and put in every year. It's not a long. I mean, they actually have to pull all the mushrooms out in the fall, and they put them all back in the spring. We're now towards the end of July, so they've been in for a while. They ought to be well seated and well secured at this point. And of course, it's all new rope and rigging on them every spring. So, and it's all pretty much chain going up to the mooring ball. I tried pulling one of the mooring balls out of the water, you know, usually you can just pull the chain up through the middle of it. And that's what it did. It just came chain up through the middle of it. So, yeah, I think I'll be fine on it. So, what else did I miss? Ahoy from Saskatoon. Okay. Today they go in through your belly button and send you home the next day. I should have waited. Wow. Your fuse panel, does it show corrosion? I used to get that on my old 27 footer. No, not really. It doesn't show really any corrosion at all. I mean, it's dirty, but no real corrosion on it. So, Carl, you're under a gale warning starting Saturday at 6 p.m. Yes, I know that. I was just explaining to everybody. We're going to be moving back onto a mooring ball tomorrow morning in preparation for that gale coming through. Yep. Little green looking stuff on the connections. Nope, don't have any of that. Issued 4:21 p.m. National Weather Service, gale warning in effect 6 p.m. Saturday to 7 a.m. on Sunday. Yeah, well, Cal, when you look at the actual forecast, I picked up VentuSky and got online and looked at their weather forecasting, the wind speeds and stuff. From what I can see, we're going to have rain and sustained high winds all the way till Thursday. So we're going to have it for quite some time. Pilot just thought my question was laughable, shows how much he knows. Okay. 12-volt systems always corrode over time. Sure they do. Country Cruiser, yeah, well, that's the other thing. If I'm on a mooring ball, the water taxi is free. That's true. So when you pay the $25 a night for the mooring ball, you have free use of the water taxi. You can use it, you know, 4 or 5 times a day, whatever it is you need, and it's not a problem. So, but what I plan on doing is I plan on using the water taxi 3 times tomorrow. One for a fuel and water run, one to do laundry, some stuff, and another one for provisioning. Probably do the laundry and provisioning too. So I'm going to make at least 2 trips with the water taxi tomorrow, getting myself all prepared, and then I should be able to just hunker down here on the boat for, you know, 4 or 5 days without going anywhere. R. Wiley, $50 on PayPal. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Wiley. Really appreciate you doing that, man. Thank you for hitting my PayPal for 50 bucks. That is much appreciated and really needed right now. That just covered half of my mooring ball fee cost for the next week, man. So really, thank you very much. That is very awesome of you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. Deflate cure your duck. I don't have a duck. Quack, quack. Plugging and replugging helps. Terminals cleaner and a small brush is helpful. Yeah. Ruthless Ronnie, and when I used to have, I have a background. I went to college for and took a little electrical engineering. When I redo my wiring stuff, I like to actually use some of that dielectric paint stuff on it that just seals it up nicely, and I find that usually works very well to help resist corrosion. So, same kind of stuff you spray on your battery terminals in your. Yes, Goddard, passable thunderstorms, so probably here and there. Thankfully, not continuous. Boy, I don't know. It looks to me like we're gonna. Well, yeah, it's gonna blow up during the day and then slow down at night, which hopefully will make for some decent sleeping. But they're talking about all the way until Thursday. We're gonna have 20-mile-an-hour winds. So. Let's see. Hey, Bill, water pipe. Okay, that's me. Thanks, Wiley. Yes, thanks, Wiley, very much. How late do the taxis run? They run till 8:30 on Monday through Friday, and then, Sunday through Thursday they run till 8:30. Friday and Saturday they run till 10:30, and they start at 8 a.m. in the morning. Deflate and secure your rubber duck dinghy. Oh yeah, the dinghy. Yeah. Yep. Hey, Sorrenti, how you doing, man? I'm glad to see you. Sure, water taxi will suspend service eventually. They will stop. They will only run until the weather gets to 30 knots. When it starts blowing 30 knots or more, the water taxis all go home. So if it's blowing 30 knots or more, don't call water taxi. He ain't coming in that kind of weather. So. Hey, Christine. Hey, Carl. I'm so pleased that you are living your dream. You rock. Cheers, mate. Hey, thanks, Sam. I appreciate it, buddy. I use conductive grease. I hope you mean non-conductive grease, Ronnie. If you use conductive grease, you would be having all kinds of electrical issues. So hopefully non-conductive grease. I'm Wiley Captain. Oh, Biker Coyote. Okay, cool. Well, duh, Wiley Coyote. There you go. I'm sorry. Well, thanks, Biker, man. I really appreciate that, dude. That was really nice of you and much needed right now. So thank you, Biker. And I knew that. I knew that. I don't know why I forgot that. I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm good, Carl. Had some family drama and haven't been on for a while. Glad I'm able to tune in now. Oh, Sorrenti, sorry to hear that, man. I know what you're talking about. I'm going through a little family drama with my oldest son. So my oldest son's a bit of a drama queen, man. Everything will be going fine in the family, and for whatever reason, he just like freaks out and has to make a whole big scene. I'm not really sure what it is with him, but he's a hell of a drama queen. Solar powered for 15 years now. Nice. There you go. Ah, good stuff. Good stuff. Seltzer water, guys. It's just seltzer water. No alcohol tonight. So, yeah, I got to get up early tomorrow. I got a couple projects I need to do. I need to get the laundry organized and gathered up, and I got to change the hardware out on the companionway door first thing in the morning. I want to have all that done by 8 o'clock so I can go to the laundromat first thing very early, get the laundry stuff done before the laundromat gets too busy and full of people, and then get the provisioning done, and then lastly I'll do a fuel and water run, and we'll restock the gas up. I only have one red gas can, and I have two diesel gas cans. The yellow gas cans are for diesel, the red ones are for gasoline. And I have one of my diesel cans is half full, the other one's empty. It's not right, and I know it's not right, but just to make sure I have plenty of fuel on board to save me from having to make another run over to get fuel in 4 or 5 days, I think I'm going to take that one diesel can and fill it full of gasolines, or even though I shouldn't be. Steven Singer says he's got his cell phone with him. Okay, so Doug's got his cell phone with him. Well, hopefully he's watching and tuning in. So, my phone just sort of did a weird thing. Is everybody still there? Can you guys still hear me? Apparently so. Okay. Thank you, Billy. Appreciate that. U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds in town for the air show this weekend. Supposed to practice today. No dice. Rain all day. Small dab on each connection. Repels corrosion and moisture. There you go. Yep. Yeah, that's dielectric grease. That's not conductive grease. That's non-conductive grease. My terminal blocks to the fuses would get tracks and short. Okay. Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Sam. I appreciate that, man. I do. So anyhow, kids, that's all the really news there is here today. I've got the companionway sort of closed down and stuff just because I was trying to cut back on the generator noise down here so you guys could hear me since I'm having to run a generator. I'm trying to charge up everything. I filmed a bunch of stuff today while I was working on projects, and right now I'm trying to charge up all the camera batteries, and I spent a good portion of today downloading. Man, it seems like my computer takes forever to download footage off the cameras lately. But I think it's just because I've been recording a lot of big files and stuff. I mean, I had my session camera going for almost 3 hours today before it finally bit the dust. So I use a small can of PB Blaster on my electrical connections on motorcycles. Once they've rested for, got weather to them, then the dielectric grease when you put them back together. Okay. We don't get the noise, always fine. Okay. Well, okay. I just tried to make it quieter, that's all. So, but I don't know, you guys have something you want to talk about? We have big storms headed in tonight, and I just got the generator ready. Good job, Billy. I call it Jesus Juice. It works. Yeah, man. You fix and repair to the ABYC code. Probably not. Probably not. I don't know. I fix and repair to my code, which is probably higher than the ABYC code, but you know, that's just me. You know, I like to do something and do it right. So, I mean, a perfect example, just putting a little paint on this companionway door. You know, I cut this piece of plywood out. It's It's birch face plywood with water. It's waterproof glue on it, so it's marine grade birch face plywood. And you know, I sanded it down, sealed it, and primed it, and painted a couple coats on it, and so now it's nice and sealed up and pretty looking. It's probably the prettiest looking thing on my boat at the moment. So, and now that I've done that, I've ruined the rest of the boat. Now I'm going to have to go ahead and paint the whole damn boat because the companionway door looks so good. So that'll be the next thing I'm going to start working on, painting the rest of the boat. In fact, I've got the paintbrush sitting over here, a little mineral spirits in the sink right now, trying to get it cleaned up so I can use it tomorrow to add a little second coat, actually third coat touch up to the companionway door. So okay, what exactly did I miss? Just got off work. Alan's, we've got a big storm coming. That's the big news. And I mean, like, it's supposed to start getting over here really windy and rainy about 6 o'clock tomorrow, and from Saturday right on through till Thursday. I mean, it's a big storm coming in. So that's what you missed so far. What type of storm, like windstorm, dust storm, or just a normal storm? About a tropical storm. I know it says we're having thunderstorms here on Cape Cod on Sunday, so I'm assuming those are the same storms you're having, Carl. Well, Sorrento, yeah, the storm is building up off of, what is it, down in the Carolinas. The storm's forming down there right now, just starting to twist around. So, but that's going to be coming up here. So you're up there in Cape Cod. We're going to have weather right on through for like a whole week as a result of it, and you'll be getting the worst of it up in Cape Cod probably Thursday, Friday of next week. So thunderstorms at Call of Echoes. Okay. Plywood better than teak? Well, no, but it's a whole lot cheaper. So ABYC requires tinned wire, so the grease was used before tinned marine copper was available. Okay, certainly I love to visit by Cape Cod. It's a beautiful place. Yep. Thumbs up to project completion. Yes. Yep, wood beast, I love it, except for it gets busy here in the summer. Yep, you might be able to get another test on the new anchor. No, sir, I am not going to push my luck. This is too much wind coming for too long of a period of time. I have zero interest in sitting out here in the middle of the bay, taking the full force of that storm just to try to test out my little 33-pound Rockda. I'm going to drop back and hook onto a 500-pound mushroom at one of the mooring balls and be able to stay more out of the weather and secure for the next week. As it is, I'm gonna get bounced all over the place here in the boat for the next week or so. Only till 7 a.m. Sunday. Well, Cal, you might want to look again because there's big winds on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday. It's just cyclical. It'll be big winds and it's going to drop down. There's going to be big winds coming, it's going to drop down. That's how these tropical storms work. I mean, it's not like a constant thing. You ever see, you know, like the icon of a hurricane? They'll have a center and then they'll have wings sticking off those two sides. Well, that's kind of how these things turn. So you'll get a big gust of wind where the winds will pick up and stay really high for a couple of hours, and then the wind will drop down and it'll get really quiet. And then the wind will come back and you'll get a lot of wind for a couple of hours. And so as this thing's making its way up past Long Island, I'm going to be getting hit on and off for 5 days. So, and you know, the thing of it is, it's like, okay, so Monday morning I wake up, oh, the wind's quit, everything's nice, I should go back out and hang out on my anchor. Wrong, because here in about 4 or 5 hours, you're going to have 20-mile-an-hour winds come through again. So if you look long-term at Vent Sky and take that out a few days, you'll see that that wind speed picks up and drops, picks up and drops. So, Sorrento, do you visit Nantucket? There you go. Okay. Much safer, just jumped on and did not know that. Yeah, no problem, Douglas. Oh, smoking a powder. Okay, there you go. Everybody said their hellos, so I got itch on my back. I've got one spot on my back. I don't know why, but it just seems like it itches all the time. I don't know if it's a dry spot or what it is back there. Probably should go have it looked at by a doctor. There's just one spot on my back that just seems like it's always itching. There's nothing there. It's like not a lump or anything. It's just itchy spot. Oh. It's supposed to be only possible scattered thunderstorms from Monday through Friday. Actually, it's going to be sunny with some clouds Saturday and Sunday. No worries. Okay, well, it's not what I'm seeing, but we'll keep monitoring it and see what happens. You know what, Cap? Cod potato chips is at. Oh, Cape Cod potato chips is where it's at. Okay. You know, okay. I'm sorry. Carl has cooties. Yeah, maybe, man. People show up. Those models always under forecast. The coastal weather is frustrating. Well, that's true, Ray. Yep, that's true. They're here, did fly today, rain all day, huh? Gotta find something else to drink. At least the weather will be cool. Well, that's true. That's true, Bill. In fact, I'm actually wearing long pants on the boat today and have my shoes on. So it's 81 degrees down here with everything all closed up and the refrigeration running. The refrigeration is generating most of that. Probably 74, 73, 74 degrees outside right now. So, yeah, it's very cool out here right now. Most guys the same age, same place, don't feel alone. Thank God for the 99-cent back scratcher. Okay. Maybe. You know what it probably is? I was thinking it was like, you know, how t-shirts used to have a label back there, but these two shirts don't even have a label. So, but that's about where it's itching. It's itching about a label would be. Hey, Kim Banks, how you doing, darling? I told you, Carl, that horse won, paid $9.80 to win. Oh, there you go, Robert. For sure, Bill, I lived on Long Island for summers, can be very hot. Yep. Hey, Ocean Gypsy, how you doing, man? How is things today for you? So, things here are quiet. Got some projects done. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. Another just reminded me. And I have video confirmation because I was videotaping today while I was working on my projects. And the honey dipper come by. Now, for those of you guys don't know what a honey dipper is, in the town of Port Washington here, through the anchors in the marina, they have a guy who drives around and pumps your boat out for you. If you have a traditional holding tank on your boat for your toilet, you get him on the radio and he'll come over and he'll pump out your sewage, your gray water and your black water. He'll empty your tanks and take them away for you. So it's just one of the many services the town of Port Washington here provides for cruisers in the community. Anyhow, the guy comes over to me and he goes, "Hey man, I'm sorry about yesterday. I know we got way too close to you, but we were far enough we weren't going to run over your anchor line." Well, it turns out the guy that runs the honey dipper was crew on the sailboat that I yelled at yesterday because they got too close to what I perceived was where my anchor was. I didn't want them to run over my anchor line. He was not the captain of that boat, but he was crew on it. And he said, "You're absolutely right. We got way too close. A lot of those boats got way too close." And he also admitted they shouldn't even be sailing over here. Now, here's the deal. What would that be? To the west of me, sort of, is a buoy. You guys saw as they came by yesterday, they were all wing on wing. They went by me. They went past the other sailboat that was behind me. And then they went down and they went around a buoy, okay? There's that buoy there. There's also another buoy up the other direction towards where kind of where my bow is pointed right now. The line between those two buoys is the demarcation point where the anchorage starts. When I came in and dropped my hook, I dropped my hook just inside that line, which is where the harbor master told me to drop the hook. If the weather turns and blows from the, what would that be, north? Is east such the west? Yes, north. I'm always turned around here in this bay. For some reason, this bay always turns me around. If the wind blows from the north or from the east, it'll actually blow me around. My boat will be actually out over the line, but my anchor's inside the line. So that's where I'm at. I'm on the line. But anyhow, so he even admitted they shouldn't be coming through here. A couple of their guys got in trouble yesterday. I didn't know this, but they got in trouble yesterday because they were actually sailing in and around the mooring balls. not just here in the anchorage where I am, where there's a few boats on anchor, but they actually tried to cut through the mooring field and were threading around boats going through the mooring field. They're not supposed to be over there when they're racing. Not when they've got full sails up. They've got full sails up. They were wing on wing and going between the mooring balls. That's just crazy. They shouldn't be doing that. So, but I had to laugh that he came over and he actually apologized for pissing me off yesterday with them getting too close to my anchor. So I just thought that was pretty funny. And I know there were a couple of people saying, well, you're anchored illegally if you're where they're racing. Well, no, they're racing where they shouldn't be racing. And this is the funny thing, and they race that course every Thursday night. So even though I'm here, that they still run that course. They're not supposed to be on this side of that line. They're supposed to stay on the outside of those fenders, but they cut around that mark on this side of me, and they run inside the line for the anchorage and then go around the mark on the other side of me, knowing damn good and well that they're inside the anchorage at that point. So they can't complain about me sitting here. I'm legally anchored, but it does make for some exciting times while I'm doing my live stream on a Thursday night, and there's boats just, you know, zipping right by me so close to my boat. So I think you guys probably appreciated the close views of these guys racing and sailing by so close to my boat. I think it was kind of fun seeing them that close. But I'll tell you, there were a couple guys that were too close. One guy came out, he had his jib out on a pole off to his port side, and when he came by, the end of his pole was within 2 feet of my back stanchion, my backstay. I mean, he missed my backstay by like 2 feet. That's just way too close for them to be that close to me. So, but I thought it was great, and I did get the conversation recorded with the guy. So if some of these knuckleheads think I'm doing something wrong, I got evidence. Here's a guy actually admitting they were wrong. So, wow, I gotta go way back. Okay, Bill Island, somewhere very hot. Yep. How is Doug? Doug, last I heard, Doug is in the hospital getting surgery done. I don't know the details of it. I don't know if it was his gallbladder or if it was his pancreas, or it wasn't like a big major thing, like a heart or liver or his kidneys or anything like that. But he was, last I heard from Claire, he was going to go in for surgery, and I've not heard how he's doing yet. But I do understand he has his cell phone now, so maybe he's watching this. I don't know. Was looking at Nunsuch 36 today. Nice setup. Wish they did a blue water version. Cool. Check the weather. Being hurricanes love to hit us, but saw it's going to be a bad one, and also no big deal. Not going to be a bad one. Okay. All ships at sea thinking about Doug. Yeah. And that's really cool of you guys to be doing that. Well, I'm sure Doug appreciates it, Bill. Vindication is sweet. Yep, no harm, no foul. You're so right, Mr. Smith. Evening, Carl. Hey, Alan. Shortcuts. Yep, that's what they're doing. They're taking shortcuts. Cutting the course. Yep. Did you get a discount? On what? Carl, case closed. You win, man. Well, no, that's just what it is. Place a float marker on your anchor. Yeah, actually, Ray, I'm giving some serious consideration to that. So, high stakes competition, yep. Yeah, they were close and they were cool, yep. Races are vindictive and territorial. Well, I don't know, man. I'm where I'm supposed to be, so hope Doug is okay. Yeah, I do too, man. They follow the wind. They're too close so they can hand you a beer. That's what they should have done. Yeah, fingers crossed for Doug. Discount on pumping. I don't have to worry about a discount on pumping. I didn't have to have my boat pumped, so it looks very nice with the sailboats crossing your live stream. Yeah, isn't that kind of cool? So, hey Doug, how's things up in Dawson Creek, man? How you doing? 420 Carlos should implement a beer tax. There you go. Yep, any boat that passes within 10 yards of me has got to send me a beer. Yeah, good luck collecting on that. Good luck collecting on that, but well, they're having fun out there on their Thursday night. So, hey, Mama's 3, how you doing? Why is those a thumb up, not give a count anymore, just like no number? Yep, I shut that off, Mama's 3. I am eliminating. I'm eliminating all things in my life that give me agita or irritations, and so that was one of them. So I just shut it off. One less toy for those people that shall not be named. So. Yeah, beer tax. I like that idea, man. I like that, Mike. I should charge them a beer tax for getting too close to me. And if it hit me, oh my gosh, cases of whiskey. Finally put that big net to good use to collect the tax. There you go. Yeah, I've got the lily net out, but I've not had to use it on her. So actually, I have it put up right now. I have all my stuff from up on deck stored down below right now. I cleared the deck off pretty much in preparation for the storm the other day. And in light of this forecast coming up, I'm not putting anything back out again until this storm is well past us. So, and I'm hoping Doug does well. I really, well, I mean, obviously, I really hope he does well. I hope he gets home safe and soon. And I'm just really worried about him. So, and Sealy Shannon's there in the hospital right now in Seattle. I hope he's doing well. So he seems to be making progress and on the mend. So. Dog, what are you doing? Get off my feet. She's laying right on my footses. Stand on the deck with a shotgun next time they get close. Yeah, right. Could you lead us in a world of prayer for Doug? Oh, that's not a bad idea. Sorry I missed approximately a week. Any fish to get your safety lines fixed up? Nope. We're waiting on the welding. We got to get the welding done. So use the dinghy as a tax collection place. There you go. Or even better, find some shackle pins and throw them on the deck of a passing boat. Yeah, right. Those things are expensive. I'm not going to do that. So yeah, guys, why don't we do that? Why don't we just take a quick moment of prayer for Doug, since that was suggested. That seems like a good idea. And not just for Douglas. Let's do it for Sealy Shannon. He's in the hospital as well. Why aren't you at the hospital visiting your friend? I don't have a car. I have no way of getting to the hospital where he's at. None whatsoever. I do not have a vehicle. Doug, in fact, has been my chauffeur while I've been here. He's been driving me around, so... that's why I don't have it. But anyhow, let's just take a moment, if you guys would, and let's silent prayer. If you guys just pray amongst yourselves, and let's just give Doug a moment, and Sealy Shannon, and all those other people that we know in our lives that need some help right now. So, if you guys would just go ahead and give it a moment. All right, thanks, man. Let's hope those prayers get out to Doug and he gets well soon. So, and for those in the amphibious boat, okay, Doug, Uber. Yeah, well, I guess I could Uber. I'm not really sure what hospital he's in. I think Claire mentioned to me what hospital he's in. I don't know, and I don't know what his schedule is. You know, I don't know if he's heading home or if they're keeping him overnight or. The last I heard was very early this morning, well, about noon earlier today, when Claire said that he was going to have some surgery. I don't know if they were going to do the surgery today or if they're going to schedule the surgery for, I don't know anything of that schedule. So, and I've got a phone call and a text message into Claire, and I've not heard back from her. So I'm just waiting to hear. I don't want to, you know, harass her for information and stuff. So I'm just waiting, man. Praying for Doug. Thanks, man. Hey Carl, download Predict Winds. It's free and one of the most accurate apps I've used in the past 3 years. Yeah, Slipstream, it's the exact same thing as VentuSky. VentuSky is also free. It uses the same data as Predict Wind does. It's if you look at it, it's the exact same program. So, amen. Thank you, Bill. Better for Doug to heal before visitors. Yeah, probably. Love sailing's leaving. Okay, we'll see you, man. Carl, you don't know about the amphibious boats that sunk in the States, 17 dead, 11 from one family. Oh, wow. No, I did not hear about that. Where did that happen, Mike? I don't get news here, guys, and I don't really watch too much news at all anyway, so I don't have a radio playing, so no, I didn't hear about any of that. So, You said it was sunk in the States, huh? Huh. Oh, that happened in Branson. Wow. Okay. It's not simple when you're undated. No, it's not. A duck boat. Okay. Yep. Yep. I know what the boats are. Yep. It was a tour boat, one of the duck boats. Wow. Thinking Lake in Missouri. Table Rock Lake. Wow. Bummer, man. Bummer. You know, those guys run those tours. They're like buses. They run them through like that, like crazy. The lake turned into an ocean. Huh. Would they have bad weather on the lake or something? Or why did the duck boat sink? Those things are usually fairly well maintained, and I mean they're old. Those are old boats that they've been restoring and keeping in pretty good shape. So, storm hitting minutes, 60-mile-an-hour wind. Wow. Yeah, that happens out on the water, guys. One of the last photos shows it broadside to the seas in high wind. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Wow, bummer. Bummer. Well, 2 duck boats, one made it, the other one didn't. Huh. Yeah, they usually have a bunch of those going almost continuously. Yes, a storm, and that is a storm coming your way. Yep, I understand that would be. And that's why I'm taking it seriously, and I'm dropping back onto a mooring ball. So, sudden storm literally drove to the bottom. Wow. Got a bit overpowered on my Pearson 36 a few days ago. I'll never do that again. Yep, I can hear you. They pack people onto those boats. Yep. Got a mosquito bite, man, right in my armpit. You ever get a mosquito bite right on the edge of my armpit? Damn mosquito got me today. Oh, 17 people died. Wow, that sucks. That sucks, man. Lake turned into an ocean, very sudden and violent storm. Wow. Well, guys, you can say prayers for those souls that were lost at sea, or river, lake, I guess. Yeah. And all captured on video. Well, of course, everyone's got their cell phone going, right? Probably somebody live streamed their own death. 60-mile-an-hour microbursts, flip them over in rough waters. The boat rewrites itself, but on the bottom in 40 feet of water, it then rolled on its wheels to an 80-foot depth. Huh. Should have never been out there. No, not with that guy. With the weather forecasting that we have today, guys, they should have been able to check that. So, have you checked for bed bugs? Yeah, I don't have bed bugs. No bed bugs at all. Carl, a guy did live stream it. Wow. Happened here in Baltimore a few years ago also. Yeah. Well, guys, you know, ships do sink. So, that's the reality of it. And that's why, you know, as the captain of your vessel, you've got the responsibility for the crew on board. So in my case, it's just me and Miss Lily, but, you know, I'm just not going to push my luck. I am, you know, certainly not a wealthy guy. I don't have much money, and I hate like hell wasting the money for being on a mooring. But when you've got weather coming like we've got coming right now, you know, that's just smart money. That's just smart money. Go ahead and get onto a mooring ball where I've got a 500-pound anchor instead of a 33-pound anchor. So if I could afford it, I would even drop back at one of the marinas and grab a dock. But I don't have those kind of funds. So at least I'll drop back and grab a bigger mooring ball. So I figured that was a legitimate first step. So I was late, so about the storm. Okay, yeah. Big storm forming off of Cape in South Carolina and working its way up the coast now. So my good friends live on that lake. It was so sad. Yeah, I've actually chartered boats on that lake before. Why doesn't your family join us in the live stream anymore? JF, they do occasionally. I don't know. My sons are not into sailing, so they probably, you know, have their own lives. They do their own thing. They're not really into boats and stuff. Good for Lily. Your captain cares. Yes, no kidding, Plastic. How much is a marina berth? $3 a foot, so it would be about $90 a night for me. And so if this storm lasts 5 nights, that would be $500. That's ridiculous. But mooring ball is going to cost me $125 for 5 nights. So And again, you know, I'm going to make that decision every day whether I stay on the mooring ball or not. It's going to be on a day-to-day basis. I know they talk about big winds coming up every day during the middle of the day, and then those winds dropping off in the evening again. Not necessarily exactly like that, but sort of off and on is what they're showing right now. So I don't know. I've got VetUse Guy playing on my computer right now while we're talking here, guys. And you know, right now at 6 o'clock on Sunday, they're talking about us having, you know, really easy winds, like 5 miles an hour or something like that. And by 11 o'clock, they're talking about it getting up into the 20s. So with big rain coming in behind that. So hello, Barrel. What the hell was that nonsense? Okay, so we have some trolls here, right? Yeah. Goodbye. Pirates became marina owners in the U.S. Yeah, pretty much. They're all real good read about sailing based on a true story as Darkwing. Great book, very sad ending, worth reading. Oh, okay, I'll check that out. Yep. Better safe than sorry. Yep. Yeah, exactly, John. Always better safe than sorry. So always better safe than sorry. And I'm just trying to be careful and ensure that I don't drown and I don't drown the dog and the boat stays safe. So I was just about to. That's all right, Billy. I got him. I got him. If he comes back, though, you have my permission to delete him. Okay? Thought it was your son. No, not my son. No. No, my son's name is the same as mine, but his picture is different. So if he comes on, you'll just see a little different picture. That's all. Anyhow, guys, we are well over past the hour, and I am tired, in case you couldn't tell. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and move on. And I will probably not do a live stream tomorrow morning because I have a lot of projects and stuff I have to get to. So I'm probably not going to worry about that. But I'll do another live stream tomorrow night once I'm back on the mooring ball. So must have been mistaken as I quoted the weather on Long Island. Sorry, here there is wind from Saturday to 7 a.m. Sunday. Rest of the week are possible thunderstorms. No big storms. Safe in Maine. I'm not in Maine, Callie. I'm in Long Island. But okay. Anyhow, guys, you guys have a good night. Be good, be careful, take good care of one another. Please check the description down below. There's links to my Patreon and PayPal accounts. Should you want to contribute to the cause, all funds are much appreciated and very needed at the moment. In the meantime, Miss Lily and I say good night, everybody. Can you say good night? Say good night. You're supposed to say good night. Say woof. Woof. All right. Good night, kids.